Hey, and welcome to the intermediate build of the Japanese water lantern. Let's start with the materials list. 55 total pieces. There's a lot of detail, but you can make adjustments. And as always, you can find that mats list on my Twitter feed. Alright, we'll start with a 2x4 wall, and then grab a post, and that will give us our 3-unit spread. Put a tiny floor in the middle back, and then we'll take a 1x2 wedge, angle it upwards and out, and another 1x2 wedge, flip it over, and that will make our post angle. We'll top that off with a 1x1 wedge. So far this is all in birch white. And then grab our last 1x2 wedge, angle it downward, and that will be our lamp support. Grab a small tile, turn the grain, and then seat it. And then we'll use tiny tiles to flush out the 3-unit grid. That grain's off. I'm going to flip it the way I like so it's all going the same way. And then we'll continue to close that off. That should take 5 tiny tiles to make it symmetrical. There's a lot of variations in these lanterns, so I highly suggest you use your browser and look them up if you're interested in them. Alright, let's start with the actual lantern itself with 1x1 wedge centered on the middle unit. Once you get the first one down, you can rotate once and place. Rotate once and place. And we'll put the last one in. And we'll grab our one tiny floor of Sinister, and that will take the place of our votive candle, which is usually used in these. And then we'll take 1x1 wedges on their sides and close out the body of the lantern. Again, once you get one down, rotate once and place. Rotate once and place. And this should allow you to put this together fairly quickly. Now we're going to grab our regular tile, seat it flush with the front, and that will give us 1-unit extension on the top. Nice little variation from the bottom. And then once again, to make it symmetrical, we're going to have to use tiny tiles to flush it out. Again, this lantern is usually put on the edge of the water, kind of extends over it. And like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing on the channel. Alright, get 5 more of these down. And luckily if you go edge on, these tiles seem to sit a lot better. And here's our last one. There we go. Grab our last small tile, turn the grain, put it in the corner, 1 unit in. And this will essentially mirror the one on the bottom. Fortunately, once again, we're going to have to use tiny tiles to make it symmetrical. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 more tiny tiles. Alright, there we go. A couple more tiny tiles right in the middle will give us that top lintel. Now you can certainly stop here if you want a basic lantern. And then a couple more points as we proceed, depending on the level of embellishment you want. I'm going to take tiny tiles and put 1 in each corner on the top. And that will give us a nice visual pattern on top. And then I'm going to grab 4 more tiny tiles and hit the corners on the bottom. Again, after each one of these steps, you can stop if it's to your liking, or you can continue. Alright, go ahead and get 4 more. And I'm going to make those corners a little blockier. I always think these little details are what's interesting when you visit people's bases. Okay, let's finish up. There we go. Nice. And then we'll use these last 4 1x1 wedges and angle them down. Again, this is one of the many variations there are. And the nice thing is that you can see this variation on the ground, so you can simply remove the post and use those 4 wedges as legs if you want to put these around your property. Alright, that's one style lantern. And then there's another variation that I've used on the Palace of the Monkey King. And here it is, the harp tuner. It uses 2 different legs, usually one on the land and one in the water. And that's exactly what I've used right here at the front entrance. So definitely a little blockier, chunky style. Alright, thanks for coming, and we'll see you again next time. Thank you so much.